gangbang could happen.
Know it. We got Miguel
Angel
Torres. He's 40-4. Jesus, sick. Versus Michael.
Mayday.
McDonald. He is 14-1. Torres, 58% of his wins by sub, 23% by KO. McDonald, 57% by KO, 29% by sub. And the odds from BetDSI on this fight: McDonald even, Torres minus 130.
Ooh.
What do you see going on here?
You know, the truth is, I'm a big Torres fan. I was a fan of his in the WEC, but I feel like maybe life has caught up to him as far as he became a father. He had a lot of turmoil in his career in the last couple of years, like I think personal issues.
And
he got kicked out of the UFC for some stupid shit he said on Twitter.
Rape jokes, not good.
Came back. He is now training up in at TriStar in Canada with you know, GSP and Kenny Florian and all those guys. So I think he kind of mixed up his training camp. But I feel like the Torres that I loved is not the same guy maybe that is fighting these days. The guy who came out and put pressure on people and try to get him to the ground and
the
just
finisher. Right?
Yeah, he was like submitting people like crazy. And then the last 3 or 4 fights, his decisioning like it's a different fighter, and I think that's okay because sometimes life just gets it's different. You're worried about your physical well-being, and he's got kids, and he wants to win, but he wants to get paid and all that stuff. And then you got this young guy who's coming in now, who's part of the new guard.
That's part of this card. It's like you get the new breed versus the old school. The age difference, like McDonald's 21, Torres is 31.
Okay, so
it's
10 years.
so ridiculous.
And the amount of fights is just crazy. As far as the difference between
44
Torres.
fights, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of fights. So I think that the fact that he's training at TriStar is a big deal because they're very good at dealing with these veteran fighters. They kind of find styles and things that work for them. And his last couple of fights, I've kind of seen the evolution of Torres, where he's slowly becoming more elusive. Where I think maybe now against a younger guy like this, he'll be able to weather the storm. He's going to have to. I think the first round will be very tough for him in this fight because McDonald is a really tough starter. But I feel like Torres is going to be able to eke out a decision in this with experience, and just his ground game is obviously top-notch still. And that's my feeling. It's going to be a long, drawn-out fight, but Torres is going to come out victorious at the end. And, I don't think his style is going to change. I think this is the new Miguel Torres. It's just he's going
to... Which is what? The one that's going to put me to sleep with his tactics?
Just different. He's not as crazy as he was before, Youth is,
a motherfucker, if you will.
Yeah, and when you get older, you realize you're not invincible. So, was one fight where he got fucking cut up.
Yeah,
really
and
bad?
I think that was the fight that changed how he started fighting.
It was a huge cut, nasty. So,
finger bang that fucking cut. You get a big cut, you stick a finger or 3 up in that bitch.
I like Miguel. I support him, and hopefully he can win.
I like his tweets and twats. We used to be all up in that shit. My big thing is, how does he come back from obviously being fired from UFC from some rape jokes gone bad? Right? When rape jokes go bad.
Can they go good? I don't know.
From what I hear, they can go good.
See Forrest Griffin? I don't know.
Or Rampage before he gets fired.
Yes.
It's tough. I don't know how he's going to bounce back. It sounds like he's realized he lost something that was probably pretty important in his life because that's your fucking paycheck in the world. So now you make a comeback. Question is, does he do his decisioning fighting? That's what I don't want to see. I think he's going to try to game plan it too much, and I don't believe that, well, I think he might get knocked out, actually, because the one thing about McDonald, he's got the fucking KO power, and he said it himself, like, I'll put people to sleep, and not many people in his weight class put people to sleep. So he can do it with the hands, and I'd like to see them do it standing. Because McDonald, like you're saying, is the new breed of fighter. He is fucking true to
good all around
all disciplines.
These guys are coming in with sick MMA training. They're not specialized in one area and then learning other things. They're all around good.
Yeah, and especially so young, 21. That'd be
How many fights did you say he had?
He's this will be fight 16 for him.
So I mean,
at 21.
it's a lot.
So I'm taking the new guard over the old guard because usually that's panned out in the past.
Yep.
And I'm gonna play off of that. So I'm taking McDonald. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. Wouldn't surprise me for him to knock out Torres, but I think Torres is crafty enough to avoid that knockout. So I'm gonna take McDonald with the decision.
Okay.
We got the magic 8-ball.
Survey says
Taking Torres. This is gonna agree with you down the line.
I don't know how I'm doing this year.
I think you and the 8-ball are even right now.
Oh shit! That means I'm doing poorly.
Running away.
My picks suck.
Don't
Just pick opposite whatever I pick.
Yeah, whatever he says.
My reasoning makes no sense.